Hi friends, welcome to Victor's Reality. In today's video, I'll be showing off the Dell 2719HGF monitor. Got it on Black Friday. It's a 27-inch LED Full HD display, LED backlight, 1000 to 1 contrast ratio, 400 nits in brightness, 2 ms gray to gray response time, and it has AMD FreeSync technology. Also has ports for DisplayPort and HDMI 2.0. It has some speakers, and I'll show you that in a bit. The reason why I got the Dell was to have two screens and also for the 144 Hz. I can't go back to 60, so I have to stay at 144. Now the BenQ is really good at colors, while the Dell is washed out, and I'll show you in a bit when I move the camera around. The Dell is really bright, but you got to give and take. You gain brightness and you lose colors. Now the colors are really good, they're not bad. It's just that they are washed out compared to the BenQ, and I'm sure compared to IPS panels would easily destroy this on colors. But you got to give and take, and right now at $179, you can't beat it. The BenQ cost me $350 back 2 years ago. To me, the Dell beats the BenQ at its current settings, meaning on standard. You can't get the Dell, well, I couldn't get the Dell any better than it currently is. But the reason why the Dell is here is because of the brightness. And I want light cannons, you know, I want that light in my face. I want that brightness. I want to be blind, basically. So the Dell is a very good monitor. It's really cheap. You can get 2-3 of them, $179, $159 if you find it on eBay, $179 currently right now at Amazon. The response time is great. Everything is great. The colors, again, they're good enough for me. Yes, it's not IPS quality, but we're not paying that. My BenQ cost me $350. I had another Dell monitor 2 years ago that was an IPS panel, but only 60 Hz. That cost me $300 for a 27-inch. So the prices have gone down tremendously, and I would recommend the Dell 2719HGF. But also just remember, you're gonna be losing colors. The colors are okay, and it's really good for the price. It's just that if you're coming from a different kind of monitor, like an Asus or a BenQ, you will notice it right away, and it might bother you. But I really like the monitor. I'm gonna keep it, and it's two monitors. I've always wanted to get two monitors, so that's gonna be fun. So the Dell also has a DisplayPort and HDMI 2.0, so you can run 144 Hz through the HDMI. That's what I'm currently doing right now. With the BenQ, I can only run the 144 at the DisplayPort 1.2. So it's convenient to have the HDMI 2.0. You'll see all the info in the description below, so you can check that out. If you have any questions regarding the monitor, please leave a comment below and I'll get to it as fast as possible. The Dell has speakers. They're very bad, like really bad, and I'll show you that in a bit. The BenQ didn't have any speakers, so it's non-existent to me with the speakers because it's really, really bad. It sounds really, it's the worst speakers I've ever heard. My phone has better speakers than the Dell monitor, so I wouldn't use the Dell monitor's speakers, only if you have to. But other than that, you're getting what you're paying for, right? And you can't expect the speakers to be there to be good quality. But the resolution is there, the colors is good enough. The Hertz, you're buying this monitor for the Hertz, and it's 144. I was playing Forza 4, looked exactly like the BenQ. I mean, you can nitpick, and you can, I don't have any calibration tools or anything, but from my eyes, it looked good enough for me. It's enough to keep it. Also, you can see right now, at its full brightness, the Dell is at 400. I mean, well, I put it on full brightness and full contrast on the settings. And the BenQ also, it's on standard. They're both on standard, and the BenQ it's also blasted up all the way 100%. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but in real world viewing, I see it. I could see the BenQ a tad lower in brightness, so there is a difference. If I returned the Dell, I wouldn't notice it because I don't have anything to compare it next to it, but I do see it right here in front of my face. I do see the difference, so that's why the Dell monitor. Again, we're paying for the 144 Hz and we're paying for that 400 nit brightness, and to me that's worth it. The speakers are bad and the colors are a tad washed out, but not enough to return the monitor. I saw some reviews. You could check it for yourself at Amazon.com. They have some reviews up, and people were complaining about they returned it because of that color wash. But it's good enough for me, and I'll show you right now when I change the picture. Okay, so you can see the colors. This is the most colorful image I could find for now. The one on the left is a Dell, the one on the right is a BenQ. Again, the colors look good. They're both TN panels, so make sure you know it's not a VA panel, it's not IPS. VA and IPS would give you better color, but the TN gives you the fastest response time. So you got to give and take. Again, 144 Hertz is the main reason why you would buy this monitor, and for that brightness. And to me, it looks really good. I mean, I haven't changed anything on the color settings. Everything is set on standard. I mean, it looks really good. The blues look blue, the greens look green. Everything looks great. Like I said, it does get washed out a bit, but again, only if you're going to notice it, only if you're coming from one of those higher end monitors. For $179, you can't beat that price. I mean, if you can find it for cheaper, buy it right away. But again, it's because you want that light power and you want that 144 Hertz. Everybody should be at 144 Hertz. 60 Hertz is, you can leave those for the console gamers. Everything looks identical to the BenQ from what I'm seeing, and I've gamed on the BenQ for over 2 years. I'm happy with the BenQ. It's just I wish it was always a tad brighter, and this Dell fixes that. Now I do wish the Dell had the colors of the BenQ, but there's nothing we can do about that unless you want to spend more money. You can only tell it's washed out if you have another monitor that's of higher quality. If you're coming from a cheap monitor, I mean anything under $200, that's a TN panel, this is awesome. You're gaining 144 Hertz. But if you're coming from an IPS, you're going to want to return it. The Dell, you got to be sitting right in front of it. It's one person. Two people at an angle, you might have problems. But that's why you get two monitors, one for each person. For the same price as this one. And you can multitask more. It's going to come in handy. Again, this is the BenQ. From the top, the Dells. From the top, there's a line across the middle, as you can see, but you can't see that when you're sitting straight on it. From the side, there's that glow. There's that glow. For the Dell monitor, volume is at 100%. Now this is the iPad Pro at 100%. The monitor now. iPad. The good thing is it's still loud enough, the speakers on the monitor, it's still loud enough to drain out the Aorus graphics card on 100% fan speed. It's loud enough to drown out the sound, but to be honest with you, I'd rather hear the fan speed on the GPU than anything coming out of these speakers because yuck. So at 179, the monitor is really good. I think it's a really good deal. For the 144 Hertz, for that brightness, the HDMI 2.0, the speakers are very bad. The AMD FreeSync, if you got an AMD GPU, and the DisplayPort 1.2. Of course, if something gets more brighter, it's going to be more washed out. If you have, like the Samsung TVs, they have all these coatings and software technology and all that to make the blacks look blacker and the image to look brighter. This Dell is, bare bones, 144 Hertz, 1080p. The colors, they're good enough. You can calibrate the colors in the Nvidia control panel. I haven't messed around with that yet, but if you wanted to tweak it more, I mean, I did do that with my BenQ. I wanted the reds to look redder, so I went and I messed around with some settings and I brought the colors, up to what I like. But you can also do that with the Dell, so that's an option for you. But again, this monitor is for the 144 Hertz. It's at 1080p, but you want that brightness. So if you're willing to, deal with that and not get the really good blacks and the really good colors, at 179 you can't beat this price. I don't think you can beat it at 144 Hertz for any monitor at 179 with this kind of quality that I've seen. Comparing it to my BenQ, I would go with this Dell. I would get two monitors for the same price as one BenQ. All day long I'd buy the Dell. Yes, I wish the colors were better, and that's the only thing that bothers me. Not even so much the black levels. It's really the colors, but I'm sure I can tweak it in the Nvidia control panel. But if the colors were a tad, I'm talking about like one or two, those like settings 1, 2, 3, just one or two settings to bump up the color, it would have been a perfect monitor for under $200. And again, the Dell monitors, to me, I've never had a problem with Dell monitors. You might have, and then you don't agree with this preview that I'm doing. But everyone has different situations and different preferences with different companies. But I've never had a problem with Dell. Sure, I'd like to get the 1440p version, an IPS version, a 4K version, of course, but that's just a lot more money. And right now I don't have $699 to spend on a BenQ 31-inch 1440p monitor or 4K monitor. Eventually I'll get an ultra wide for editing. That would be fun. But for now, this gets the job done. And this is, I want to get something to multitask, and with one monitor you really can't do that. So I hope you found this review helpful. This is not really a review, it's really more of a quick look. But just wanted to let you guys know, because it's $179. I don't know how long it's going to be at that price for. But shop around, try to find it cheaper. $159. I saw it on eBay at $159. I believe at the Newegg store, or it was the Dell outlet eBay store. I'm not sure which one, but $159 is a buy. $179 right now on Amazon. Awesome. $199 is really good. I wouldn't pay more than $229 because of the colors. Because, you know, at $229, I might as well save up a little bit more to go for the 1440p. But again, I can get 2 of these monitors for the price of one BenQ, or 2 of these 1080p monitors at 144 Hertz for the price of one Dell 1440p monitor. And that's at $349 on sale, $399 regular price. So I think $449 or $499 at regular price. But it was on sale for $349 or $179 for this one. I'm like, well, I can get 2 for the price of one, and it gets the job done for now. You know, eventually, yeah, we all upgrade, right? But for now, for Christmas, and you can't beat the price. So thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more.